and gentlemen, you are listening to Deathmatch Russell Podcast. Let's get it on! Come into the ring, step into the fire, see what you want, baby. If your heart has desire, get out, get knocked down, get out, get knocked down, get up, get knocked down, down, down. Deathmatch Russell Podcast, 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 Deathmatch Russell Podcast.
And good evening, everyone. You're listening to another episode of the Deathmatch Russell Podcast. And my guest at this time, I better turn off the volume on my phone. My guest at this time, the one and only, the true champion, Reyes. Reyes. How are you? Was that right? Did I get you right? Reyes.
Yeah, I was about to jump in. I was gonna be like, all right, like, do you know who I am?
Who am I?
I am. Well,
Yes,
you know, I'm the absolute pound for pound, best of the best, true champion, Andres Reyes. Yes, the greatest thing in professional wrestling.
Right. So anyway, man. So how was your weekend? Pretty good.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, celebrating what should be considered a holiday in the future. Whoever makes all of that should be putting that in consideration. The birth of a true champion. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Slid to EDC. You know, got turned with all the people there. Of course, hit up some after parties. Got some bottles. Got turned.
Mm-hmm.
The place to be. If you ever had to rave, that's where you gotta slide to.
Yeah, like I showed you a pic earlier. The bad boy for AEW, Joey Janela was there, and you missed him. That's crazy, huh?
Oh yeah. He was chilling in, I think, one of the stages just at the VIP lounge or something like that. And I was like, I didn't notice him. I noticed one of the other years a couple of guys from NXT also showed up, and I was like, oh yo, that's pretty cool. I didn't see them either, but my friends saw them and they thought it was cool.
Yeah, you never know who's in the crowd. You know, you really don't.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know of people. It's just like, God, man, it's like going to the clubs like we used to go back in the day. What are clubs, Nick? I don't even know what they are. Like now, we're too old for that shit. You know what I mean? Like now, it's like time to slow down. You know, those days are. I mean, here I'm at the Jersey Shore, so I'm sure you're, all the seaside, all the bars and clubs and all the spots, and even New York City, Atlantic City.
I mean, in my area, I know all the good spots. I got all the right areas, so I can celebrate whenever I pick up a big win or belt. You know what I mean? Get some bottles, get a table, celebrate with the boys.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. And losing your voice.
That that reason is there's majority of Shaq. Apparently Shaq is a DJ too, and that guy was going way too hard for his own need. I was like, all right, this guy, he can do it all at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I was a big crowd from looking at like your pictures and just seeing like the crowd. That's a huge like a concert, like or atmosphere, like a not a Woodstock, but like just a concert series,
Oh yeah, it's like an oversized club basically. It's freaking wild. People going crazy.
How much was it to get in that place?
Probably like $200. Not bad.
Oh, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Ain't cheap, but worth it, Some places.
Oh yeah,
some clubs,
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, any Drake or like Bad Bunny concerts where it's like 500 to a grand. That's like, all right. Yeah, we better be playing all the jams or stuff like that. You better come out and start like friggin' putting me on stage or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like it's like going to a wrestling show.
Right.
Go to like a professional wrestling show, man. Think about it. AEW, they charge an arm and leg, but it's worth it, I think, in the long run.
Oh yeah, I feel like that's something a little bit different though, because
Mhm.
freaking
Yeah.
the fans and all of them, they get to be actually a part of it more, in my opinion,
Hmm.
because they're the
Yeah.
reason why the freaking matches go even better. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
So,
Have you checked out any of those shows while you live in that area or not?
um,
Yeah.
so I went to WrestleMania for when they came to Tampa.
Mm.
I just went to
Okay.
the second day out. I was like, let me see what's up, because I was like trying to.
Yeah.
I was working some shows, and then I had
Mm.
a day off, and I was like, let me see what's up. And then I went first time at WrestleMania, and it was a different experience. I freaking
Hmm.
like the fact that the whole crowd got so butthurt because Roman went on and just double stacked them. I thought that was the most brilliant thing ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
He.
his dominance there.
Right. Yeah. So growing up, what was it like for you in your house, being wrestling wise? Growing up, watching wrestling,
Rest
got
wise.
you.
Um, so I have a little brother, and
Hmm.
so we never started watching wrestling. I'm not gonna give it the backstory. It's like I was 4 years
Yeah.
old and I had
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
nah. So
Yeah.
my dad used to fight with us and everything like that, and that's how we used to bond. We used to mess around, and then
Hmm.
one day we turned on TV and we saw like Raw. I forgot what episode it was, but I think it was between it was John Cena feuding with Batista, one of
Hmm.
one of my favorites right there. And then me and my little brother just thought it was cool. Like freaking one time we were like wrestling and I gave him a shoot super kick to the face and I was like, damn. I felt bad, but I was like, and then we just got up and we still kept doing it, wrestling and stuff, because we thought it was like that was the
Hmm.
coolest thing in the world.
Hmm.
Seeing all these guys doing all those crazy things, and we're like, and then going in and like, for me, it was the storylines, the reason why they
Hmm.
fought. Like I love combat sports in general, but I love
Yeah.
always a more of a reason why they're fighting too. You
Hmm.
know what I mean?
Hmm. Hmm.
Like this guy stole this other guy's girl. Now I'm gonna beat your ass or something like that. I'm like, all right, yo, that's pretty dope.
Hmm.
Not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
that's like the nowadays. Like the now you got. And the storyline was. I was enjoying it with the Kingston and CM Punk. That
Oh
was
yeah,
a really
yeah,
good. That really like caught my eye, and I still gotta watch that pay per view. I heard it was really good. I gotta watch it.
yeah. Oh no, I heard it was great, but freaking just seeing them on the mics, just showing
Mhm.
everybody what it really means to get up into each other and just freaking make you feel what they're saying. Because people just
Mhm.
talk, and you could talk. Talking is
Yeah.
easy, but like making people believe and feel what you're saying, that's
Mhm.
a whole nother level right there.
I know one of my buddies was there. I was like, "Damn, you bastard! You got to be there and just walk around, feel experience, man. You know?
Oh yeah, yeah. That for me, that's what sells it more. Like you
Mhm.
could wrestle, but if you're frigging your
Mhm.
persona is like watching paint dry, I'm not gonna watch you fight. Like, come on, bro. You gotta be
Mhm.
entertain. You gotta equal your athleticness with your entertaining. Like, you gotta sell
Yes.
me to watch you
Yeah.
fight.
Hmm. Yeah, because you know what? That's the key of it is the cutting the good promo, getting
Mhm.
doing all that stuff to get yourself noticed, and then I
Yeah.
mean that and shenanigans behind. Like I
Oh
don't like
yeah.
how like sometimes they do these vlogs. Sammy does these vlogs. That's like all right, no ass bumping and no grinding. That's like come on, they got to be serious when they're behind the kit. Doing stuff. But
All right.
but
I
Tony
mean,
will cut that. Yeah,
I also do a vlog though too,
do you?
but
Yeah.
I show it as a more of as a
Hmm.
journey, as me starting off all the way to
Hmm.
when I make it to the very top. I like to show it
Hmm.
like behind the scenes of like my travels and stuff like that. Like now
Yeah.
I'm going like out of state, going on
Hmm.
bigger shows, and I just bringing all the true believers on the road with me so they could be able to experience it with me.
Hmm.
To be something
Yeah.
different.
That's what my friend. Yeah, one of my other guys is doing that too. He's gonna be starting that up too, and it's a good journey. It's a good way to. And actually,
Mm.
I was like, you know what? I got a podcast. Let me try this. Let me see if I can do it. I could probably do a
All
day in the
right.
life of a wrestling fan. Just go cruise, take it. Just take my camera and just go. You know,
Mhm.
and interview wrestlers and just watch wrestling
Oh
and
yeah.
fan and ask and see what the fans' opinions are.
Oh
It's,
yeah, especially with COVID and everything like that. Now everybody's starting to listen to more podcasts and stuff like that. It's something that's booming. Like blogs, but now it's more like podcasts and all that.
Yeah. Which one
That
catches your? Let me ask you this: do you listen to any podcasts? Which catch your eye?
So I do listen to a couple, but the ones I mainly listen to, who do I listen to the most?
Sam Roberts. He's a good one.
I listen to what is it called? I like Chris Jericho's because I like to listen to the guys and their experiences, but also when they're giving their experiences, they also give like advice. Like I started listening to how they experienced and how they friggin' were able to succeed into this business, and to see how I could put in my own perspective. Because people just listen just to listen to it, but I like to listen from like if I was in the room with them and talking to them and like yo, I have like this question like, how'd you get signed and all that stuff. So I like try to listen like all that because they'd be dropping all that info like Chris Jericho,
Mike Bailey, Mike Bailey. No, not Mike. Quackenbush. Quackenbush has his own. He does a review of the 101 ways to wrestle and just behind the scenes for guys, which is cool from Kachira. You know. You know. Is he still around?
Yeah, so I just like listening to all that just on the side. You know what I mean? It's pretty interesting, even though they're also like talking a lot of crap. But like at the end of the day, it's like they're also dropping some knowledge, and it's like this is actually really informative, but also interesting. You know what I mean?
Because you learn a lot. You learn a lot.
Oh yeah.
And it's like this. Like I got a studio here. I'm talking to you. It's just like, hey, just catching the journey. You know, talking life. You know, about wrestling.
Absolutely.
You know. So, what was your first experience? You know, your first experience going to a show, like an independent local show.
So actually, my first ever show in person for any type of wrestling was an indie show. I never went to like WWE or any of those other big ones in person because we weren't able to ever afford it. I was watching on TV, but the first ever one I went to was when I was trying to sign up for wrestling school. It was for Tampa Bay Pro Wrestling. I went there in person one time. I think the first time I went was to actually just go as a fan to check it out and everything like that. So I went with my homie, and I remember one of the matches being with one of my boys that's also came from the school called Snoop, and he was wrestling this other guy named Rod Grimes in like a bring your own weapon street fight, and I brought this like dirty ass mop, and I was like, yo, I wonder if he'll use my own friggin' weapon or something like that. So I go in and I told him like, hey, use this mop, and then he goes and grabs it and like shoves that dirty ass mop in his face and everything. And I was like, yo, this is freaking lit, and just being able to experience it, and then the fans going crazy. I'm like, it made me like got me motivated. I'm like, all right, this is something I want to do. You know, this is pretty awesome.
I'm gonna put money aside, save up, and do this. Yeah, I'm gonna put money and search for the schools and. You know, it's nervous. It's nerve wracking. It's nerve wracking, man. You know, you're like scared shitless because you're first stepping into some sort of, school. It's like, okay, I really got to step my game up here and show who I am because,
absolutely. I mean, mine was a little bit easier for me, it was a little bit calmer because when I was looking up schools, I didn't know that you had to do a school. I thought it was like, you do developmental and they train you, or like I honestly didn't know what to do, but I was like, let me try it out, and I saw this one was actually owned by an actual signed professional wrestler, Jay Lethal, and I was like, well, that's actually credible. Let me go check it out, and it was one of the best moves because not to diss any other schools or anything like that, but when you have someone that's been to a place, he's able to help you a little bit more. You know what I mean? Because then. He's been successful, and he could be able to help you and give you that knowledge of how he was able to be successful. You know what I mean?
And look where he is today. Did you see where he got signed? Shout out to him, man.
I was like, I'm freaking posting my story and everything like that. When I see him in at training, I'm gonna be like, yo, what's up, coach? Freaking, that's awesome. Like, I saw that and I was like, yo, my coach deserves that, bro. Like, he's one, in my opinion, not just to boast, because all my coaches are freaking one of the top tier talents, but in my opinion, he's one of the best in the world. Just because he when he watches his match, he has everything. He has the athleticness, the storytelling, the entertainment, everything. So I'm like, yo, just bring it home, just bring it back to the school another belt. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's one of those guys that you could actually learn a lot, man. Just like the
Oh
way
yeah,
that
absolutely.
his bringing and being raised, the right way to wrestle, and trained by all the greats and himself, actually, and just to be spotlighted. Like, he was one of those guys came to wrestle from representing New Jersey all the time,
Oh
and
yeah,
and he wrestled for Jersey All Pro Wrestling, one of the biggest companies that like really branched out a lot of the independent guys that people didn't, they really didn't know, because you had like the hard hitters, like the heavy hitters, Monster Mac and his partner Steve Mack, and it was just like other people, Amazing Red, like these
oh
guys,
yeah.
and SAT, and just the list goes on and on. Even the Briscoes even ran through there. Like, come on. It's like these guys are just going to tear the house down and just show who they are, you know. But then you get the TNA contract, they catch you, and TNA was such that big vibe, for a lot of those guys back, really when it was like, But then we know now where they are, and they're doing good things.
Oh
Everybody's
yeah.
doing good.
Like I remember him. Like I remember him watching. I'm pretty sure I seen it live. Was him and Ric Flair. That's like one of his most popular thing. The memes with the dogs barking at each other and everything like them doing the woo off. I saw that and I thought it was the friggin' most entertaining thing ever. And friggin' that made me snap. Remember, I was like, oh, he's the one who did the whole impersonation with Ric Flair and everything. Who was actually spot on. I was like, oh man, he was actually
Yeah.
the one that friggin' got it down packed.
Have you ever do you have the subscription to IWTV?
Yes, I do.
Have you ever watched any Jersey All Pro on there? Catch it. Go back and watch.
Catch it. I'll check
Watch
it out.
like
Yeah.
the seventh year anniversary was his year. Like, he really with versus Azrael. Very good ladder match.
Oh yeah. He brought him around the school too. Like, he's a really cool guy as well. He brings in a lot of people that, like, honestly just really chill, but like they honestly try to help us get to their level. You know what I mean? Which helps out a lot. Freaking, that's another thing that I'm grateful for our school, because freaking just people stops by and it's not just to get them stuff, but they try to help out as well.
So let me ask you this, Andres. What promotions are you currently in, and how you doing? I mean, how you have you held the gold, or have you not held the gold, or are you still?
Of course, I held the gold. I'm a true champion for a reason. Come on.
Yeah.
I held. I'm honestly a singles wrestler, and my first belt was a tag belt. So that shows you that I'm good in every division, no matter what. But I worked many promotions. I mean, I'm not I guess there's a couple that work regularly, but I'm trying to. For me is branch out, and is whoever contacts me first and everything like that, and like talks to me about booking me. That's the one where I'm gonna put it down. You know what I mean? So like I work promotions like Tampa Bay Pro. There was this one that's in Sarasota that's really good. It's called Grind Time, Real Pro Wrestling. And then started working more like going out now. I was actually made my IWTV debut. I wrestled on for Actions next up, and I also did IWN, which is owned by Teddy Long as well. So trying to get more out there a little bit, and also network, and then show everybody. I'm like, yo, if you just give me one opportunity, y'all gonna see that everything I say ain't just because it's my ego or just me hyping myself up. Is nothing but the straight up facts. Because I back it up every time I go in the ring, and then the fans and all the true believers recognize that, and then the ones that are the good ones, because then you got the ones that booze you because they're the douchebags, but like, but then the grateful ones that choose to cheer you are respectful of the hard work.
Let me ask you. Well, all right. Now you're saying the booze in this worst experience with a fan heckling wise, or some sort of craziness that's ever, or anything that's really. Yeah.
Honestly, for me, I don't really care to be cheered. I actually feel like I'd rather get booed, because then I could go out there. I'm like, you boo me, I could go out there and then talk I'm like, just get ready to get roasted. Just get ready for me to hand your ass on a silver platter. Like,
push a fan, or slap, or push,
I mean,
yeah,
because of COVID, I'm like, I don't want to touch people, and you don't know where they've been. Probably that
no,
disgusting.
true,
I'm gonna get friggin' like some bacteria or fungus or something by touching them. I don't know.
right, yeah, that's true, yeah, but worst
But
dingy places,
dingy places.
old, oh god,
Oh
like
yeah.
really run down places, wrestling.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
my god,
Yeah, yeah.
those are like, yeah, why did I even get myself here, right?
I look at it, but like if the people are involved and invested, then it gives me something to fight for. You know what I mean? If they're just like they're sitting on their hands and I'm giving my 100, I look at them like, bruh. I'm like,
You
yo,
ever
why'd you get out of your house, bro?
you ever feel like you ever been to one of those shows where it's like only like 10 people in the crowd? Like,
Oh yeah, those are my first ones. That's how you learn how to
yeah.
really entertain a crowd. If you're able to get a crowd that's of 10 on fire, then you should be able to easily do one with like 5,000. Because like if there's 10 people and they're all dead, then like are you really doing your job as a wrestler, or you kind of just suck? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's like
Or
those
if
fairground. Yeah,
or are
like
you
a fair.
getting them all getting them? Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like if are they going all crazy and be like, oh, yo, this is the greatest thing ever. It's like, yo, this guy's freaking entertaining, or this guy's like freaking athletic. This guy's just good, and they're getting their money's worth. Then they tell all the people, and then more people
Yeah,
just finds out about you and checks you out. I'm like, yo,
yeah,
this guy's
yeah. This guy
legit.
could. Yeah, this guy could lucha. He could do hybrid. He could just strong style. Just go at it. Be on the mat. You
That's
know.
one thing I do when I step in the ring. I'm like, I don't care if you boo me or cheer me. Like, I don't really
Yeah.
care. Like at the end of the day, I'm the best no matter what. But my goal is you're gonna remember me no matter what. You boo me, you hate me, you love me, you're
Yep.
gonna remember me no
That's
matter
what.
what.
That's what I always say. And you guys put it out there. And you know what? To put a smile on a little kid's face that's disabled, or you guys do it for the disabled, and which is really it's a good feeling. You feel good to
Oh yeah.
represent. Somebody's that's down, that's really had a bad day.
Yeah. But you also said gold. I almost forgot my second one. I'm actually a current champ for Brawl USA, the social media champ and the greatest champ in their history. Of course I am, absolutely. But there's another good one too, because the last show I wrestled at was like this Halloween show. You know what I mean? The people there, they don't. That's another thing. They don't know wrestling. There's some indie shows that people don't know squat. They're not educated.
No.
You go out there, do like 10 Canadian destroyers. People were like, "What the heck?" I go out there and I just start frigging roasting all the fans. You know what I mean? I came out there and I gave them one of my side gears because I come out as a fighter, but also for some simulations I come out dressed as, which my gear is inspired by Johnny Cage, and I gave them a Mortal Kombat style match. And by the end of it, they were all standing on their feet, booing me out of the building. So disrespectful. I'm the champ, man. I don't know how you treat your champ like that, but still, I had them on their feet and going nuts. And then the guy that I was fighting, which they were cheering for some weird reason, I don't know. I think it's because he has asthma or something.
Yeah.
They had him. They were going nuts for him, cheering him, and going crazy. And we were like, what was like the second match. So I'm like, all right, we were still the show, and the show legit just started.
Wow. Would you like to see yourself on the East Coast? Like I have a lot of promo. I would highly recommend check it out. I'll put a word in too. Titan Championship Wrestling is a local is a local Jersey run base with actually our current champion actually is Monster Mac. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm honestly that's my goal. My goal, and I have three major goals in professional wrestling. One is to go travel everywhere, see the world, but also go to different areas so everybody remembers me. I'm not gonna wrestle in one area and then expect to get signed, because then the person over there is not gonna know who I am. This person's not gonna know who the heck I am. I'm not someone big yet, like John Cena or freaking Rey Mysterio or someone like that. Nobody knows me yet.
No.
So I have to go out there and show them who I am. Two is to become the very best. Like you got top names right now that owns that spot for right now. But I'm gonna keep getting up there, working, grinding, working my ass off, training.
And also on the independent scene, look at look at the names that you would love to face. There's such like you could go from company to company. Oh my God, they're like if you I mean who's on your radar if you had to pick a top guy like out there like game changer to like New South or like freelance underground to it's just all these good companies. There's so many companies we could go on and on beyond wrestling. Like, come on, or New York based companies and just like IW Mid South or just
Oh yeah, absolutely. Just in my opinion, I want to face everybody. I want to be able to face different type of competitors because I'm a guy that wants to be able to step in the ring with anybody, and then at the end of it, we walk out with a banger. But if I had to say, like promotion wise, I would love to work Bloodsport. Bloodsport, I feel like, especially what I do, I'm a combat fighter basically and everything like that. I feel like that's something I would love to do, especially my whole, I guess you could say like moveset or something like that. I just say my whole style, my whole fighting style is
you would face like
striking and everything like that.
Like a Tom, filthy Tom Lawler.
Oh yeah, right? Tom Lawler. That would be amazing to face him.
Yeah. Who else? There's just so many names that are good on that. Those like top. Even Moxley. Shout out to Mox, man.
Moxley is another great guy. Freaking one guy I would love. One guy that's probably like my top dream match because I grew up around like what did you say like late middle school, high school. I always watched and I actually admired him was Bryan Danielson. He, for me, I love and will always be my favorite storyline is his for WrestleMania because he's shown that he's like, he went from being a mid-carder to the world champ, but he also like if you listen and pay attention to all the undertone is he was a guy that's 5'8", under 200 pounds, and he's shown that you don't have to follow that pro wrestling stereotype. Being a
and his career
guy,
and to see his career from where from Ring of Honor, my God, he really had like a
freaking beast.
God, like guys like fucking Nigel McGuinness, like Kibosh and Kibosh Kenta, Samoa Joe. The list goes on. Super Drag, like all these guys,
Absolutely, like those fighting someone with like those type of hard hits, like you see his matches right now, like you feel that, and I'm like, yo, that's what I want. That's the people I want to face. The ones that you look at the screens, like, man, like, is he legit killing him? Because that's the type of pro wrestling. Like, not only they're entertaining, but like people like starts questioning everything. And like, yo, are they legit like beating the crap out of each other? I'm like, that's what I love. And I'm like, that's another thing I love people to walk home, not only remember me, but like one they're like, man. I feel like they were legit beating the crap out of each other. Like you make them feel everything.
Yeah.
Like,
chop for chop. I mean, it's like chop for chop. My God, it's like being like that guy. Oh God, that Japanese guy that just made his world tour. Suzuki.
Suzuki.
My God, I saw that them. When I was in Atlantic City for the Fight Club then for Game Changer and. When he faced Aftermath faced Joey Janela, those chops were serious, dude. Like they were like fucking like Joey's chest was red, like.
I'm trying to see him versus Gresham because I'm like striking mixing with like a technical wrestling. I'm like that's got to be some type of banger right there.
Actually, who was it? Who just faced him? Dickinson, Dirty Daddy, Christopher Dickinson. There's another guy who can really. Go like if you want to wrestle somebody.
But that's probably like someone that's like number one on my list. Like, by the end of this whole career, that's someone that I would love to truly wrestle because that's someone I grew up and the reason why I actually believe that I'm gonna be someone big in this sport is because I'm like if someone like that will like. Be able to defy like the whole status quo professional wrestling of Titans and stuff like that is able to become something big. I think I'm like that made me have the mentality think, I think I'm able to do it. I think I'm able to succeed and be something big as well. I mean, because professional wrestling is growing and it's changing, not how it used to be. No more. It's no more that. Now it's something it's like a whole different breed at this moment.
It really is. It is. I mean, WWE's changed a lot nowadays. It's like,
Oh
you
yeah.
know, we see it. And it's like, man, guys leaving and guys coming. You know, new guys coming in. It's like, wow. I mean,
All the companies are changing. Like
yeah.
everything's all growing in, and like you're seeing like all the different talents and like styles of professional
Hmm.
wrestling, like not how it used to be.
No,
I like him
no.
right now is like the perfect moment for professional wrestling.
Hmm.
Like this is what's got me even more motivated. That's why I'm like hitting the gym, hitting the weights, hitting the rings to keep training because I'm like, all right, so this is like a gold mine right now. Like I'm
Hmm.
like, if I'm able to get on their radar, that's already like a jackpot right there for me because
Yeah.
they'll see me and then they'll notice real quick.
Hmm. What's your go-to music when you're training, or what do you like?
Um,
What's your favorite style or any kind of music?
I
You
mean,
like?
I listen to everything honestly. I honestly like any type of music. The only thing I don't mess with is like country. I mean, I know
Mhm.
if some people are listening, they get a little butthurt because I'm like, yo, country's my jam. I'm like, I'm sorry, man. I can't get into country. I'm like, that's not something
Yeah, yeah.
I can vibe with, you know? But
No.
like when I work
Mhm.
out, I listen to either EDM, I go to like headbanging to like house,
Mhm.
but then I also go listen to some rap, you know. Gotta
Mhm.
get me some Drake in there.
Mhm. Yes. Yeah. Drake. Got him.
Friggin'
Hmm.
what up? What up? I mean, I have like so many different things. I have from like old school
Hmm.
classics. I got some like Queens in there, some
Yeah.
rock, some, and then
Mhm.
some. I have a little bit of some like some of my favorite wrestlers' theme songs. Just motivates me. Like one I
Mhm.
love listening to is freaking was it Edge's theme song. That thing's what gets me motivated.
Yeah. Edge's old.
That gets me through the next set.
Yeah. That's like, yeah, the vibes of music, man. It's just it's styles we grew up on. Also,
Mm.
it's insane. It's insane. Uh, TV shows, anything you watch, any movies catching your eye? I really don't. I don't
Um,
watch. I don't watch much. I'm like that. I don't have time for it anymore. Like like I just see what's
me.
yeah,
Me, I love movie. I love watching movies and TV shows. Though I'm not gonna lie,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's where I get a lot of the creativeness, is my
Mm,
juices for my promos. You know what I mean? Sometimes I look at something, I'm like, oh, that's actually pretty cool. And I love, like right now, I'm waiting for Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man movie to come out. Spider-Man's my favorite hero. I'm ready to
mm-hmm,
get. I'm trying to get premiere tickets because I watched premieres the last time with the critics, Titus O'Neil, and all them. I was able to watch with them. I'm trying to do the exact same thing for this one, but this one's
mm-hmm.
getting a little bit harder. So I'm trying to watch
Yeah.
this one.
Mm-hmm,
Um, what is it? I love watching like action movies. I mean I
mm-hmm,
like a little bit of everything. Comedies for my
mm-hmm.
go-to. TV
Yeah.
shows.
Mm-hmm,
I just got done with Demon Slayer. Anime's my jam right there. Like I just finished
mm-hmm.
watching some Demon Slayer, and that thing is hard.
Are you
That's
you into gaming? You into gaming as well? I'm not big on it.
um
Like,
I game kind
yeah,
of like I'm
I
like
know. It's
I
like
could get a I,
yeah,
I could
it's
get
like
a
we. I feel like old. I know. It's like I
oh
like to
yeah
play. I hear all about it. I don't own a
oh
PS
yeah
2000 or
I mean
PS5.
I
I'm
play
an old
like
school.
whenever I got like the
I'm the
boys
old
like
school
that gets
gamer.
on oh
I'm an old
yeah
school gamer. Yeah, break out the old
like if
Nintendo. So, yeah.
like if the boys get on I get on, but like that's if I have time too, because I also
Mm-hmm.
like when between training and
Mm-hmm.
especially with shows and everything, like sometimes I come and I'm like I think about getting on, I'm like no, I'd rather watch like a TV show or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
or freaking just chill and
Yeah,
watch a movie.
but now it's that new Grand Theft Auto, whatever, right? There's that new game that just came out, or
Oh, I don't
whatever
know.
it
Like
is. I know.
I
See.
like I like zombie games and stuff like that. Like Back for Blood. That's something I'm trying to like get on because that one looks
Mhm.
pretty cool.
Let me ask you this: have you watched that Cobra Kai series?
Yes, Cobra Kai is amazing. Freaking, I'm
Oh,
actually ready for the new season.
all right. Let me play a game with. I've been like doing this with
Mm.
my guests, like a fun game and related to wrestling. If you were to pick character wise as wrestlers, current wrestlers or old wrestlers, anybody who you know. Who would they
To
be?
be
As
like Cobra
cast?
Kai members?
Or yeah, who would be like the Daniel? Who would be like the Johnny? Who would be the trainers, like from Japan and in the States, and the girlfriend, or both? Wait, two girlfriends because you actually had one in Japan too, or China. Remember
Oh
that?
yeah. Damn, yo, that's actually hard. I remember I have to
Yeah.
put John Cena as one of them because I watched like an SNL skit and John Cena was he was playing Johnny and he did like the whole reenactment of them like doing like a parody. So funny. I'm like that every time if I think something like that, I'm like I have to put for some weird reason I have to put John Cena as frigging Johnny because just because of that SNL skit that was funny as hell. All right.
Yeah.
Who would I put?
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Like who'd be that Japanese that guy? Like the head trainer. I tell people Vince McMahon or I told people Vince McMahon or a Cody Rhodes or Cody would be as good as like anybody though.
I think I'll probably put like Triple H just because he's more. Just because when I heard him podcast and everything like that, how his good involvement with NXT is, I feel like I'll put him as it. Not gonna lie, because he's also like a mentor for them. So I'll probably put him there. Damn.
Female wise, I'd say that like his girl, I'd say like a Sue Young or
Sue Young.
Or
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Yeah, this is a little bit hard.
I know.
I don't know. Like the main character, I like them in the original Karate Kid, but now like
yes, that's
Cobra Kai,
yeah. Let's go back to that. Let's go to the original. Let's just do the original. All right. If we were to watch it again, because we had all the characters there,
Yeah. For the original, I actually just thinking back, I actually never thought about it like this, but because I used to watch like the show, which is goated. How I Met Your Mother. One of the main characters, Barney Stinson, he loved Cobra Kai, and he always said that Johnny Lawrence was the best character. He was a true hero. And then now when I watch Cobra Kai, I'm like, even though he was the douchebag bully, I'm like, he did get screwed at the end. This guy did hit him with a legal shot, and just because he's the good guy and friggin' broken logic dictates that he has to win. And I'm like, but he cheated. So technically, he's also a douchebag. Nobody is good in that whole movie. And then the TV show, he's annoying as hell.
I thought like if for like a Johnny if my opinion was like a John Moxley, like just the attitude.
Oh yes.
Because he could push the and for a Mr. Miyagi, Mr. Fuji. Really,
I could actually see John Moxley. Not gonna lie, now I'm actually gonna be thinking about that now. I don't think that was a good one.
That was a great movie. That was a great. Those just the way that was. I'm gonna have to go watch it again tonight. Maybe I'll watch that. Tonight.
Yeah,
there you go.
Freaking, I love that. Like a lot of the classic movies are freaking good too. Like, was it Cobra? I love Karate Kid. It was another good one. I love Rocky. Rocky's freaking. Where's that for me? I love Rocky. What was another one? This is like a bunch of. There's some that's like pretty good. Like, Back to the Future is another one. The second one. I remember freaking when 2015 hit, I tried to see what actually happened and what didn't when the movie dictated was going to happen. I'm still waiting on my freaking hover car, but like, flying car.
Yeah, you can just order a model now and just like put a, you got those little die casts. But just movie wise, there's just so many good movies coming out now, like you said, Spider-Man. And what else? I can't even think. Like I don't even care. I don't give it. Like I used to love movies. Just nothing.
I mean, in the movie theaters, just go to COVID. There hasn't been really not that crazy amount in the movie theaters. Yeah, like the last one I watched was the anime one was My Hero. I chose to watch that over Eternals because it hurt. Eternals kind of like blue. But also, like, the trailer didn't attract me. I was like, this one kind of looks lame, not going to lie. And I love Marvel movies. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah. Marvel movies always make a good impact, and they always, I've seen. What did I see? God, I'll tell you what. First, I think when I went back to the theaters, when I first movie I saw was it was Thor. I think I saw that movie Thor. That was really rad. That was cool.
That's why you
When
don't
Thor,
like movies anymore. You
yeah, that's
watched
it.
Thor. You watched the wrong one.
Yeah, no, I just Hercules or whatever. I don't know. There's so many damn movies.
Yeah.
I'm into horror. I'm a big horror person though. You know, I can catch a
big
lot
horror?
of horror.
Oh yeah. Freaking what? Wait, so you watched the new Halloween?
Mm-hmm. Did you?
You don't sound really thrilled about it.
It wasn't too. No, it wasn't that.
Nah.
Like
It's
it wasn't.
not like the old school ones.
Yeah. I mean, they did have a scene where caught my eye with the light tube. I was like, ooh, okay, a little ultraviolet. Michael's getting ultraviolet in here. I could see that, but nah, a couple scenes were good. You know, so I just I don't know. It's had it ups and downs. I don't know. There's just other movies that can't. You know, I'll go back and I'll watch Chainsaw Massacre, like the classic shit I grew up watching. You know,
like I like the most recent horror for me was probably It. Like It Chapter 2 and Chapter 1. I felt like not only because of like kind of a scary ass clown because I don't mess with clowns, but also like the whole like psychological thing about him. Like, all right, yeah, it's really good. Like it's pretty crazy. Not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just movies. Movies are movies. You know that. I'll watch whatever. I mean, I'll probably see what's on this week and see what's going on. I mean,
see if it's entertaining. It's like catch my eye.
Yeah, catch my eye. I mean, there are a lot of good wrestling movies out there that we've probably seen that are really good. You know, like documentary wise, Vice TV always puts some. You know, Vice always puts on a lot of good stuff. You know, like the last one I probably watched was probably that XPW one they did. I wasn't too. They didn't show a character. He didn't want to get contracted through it. And he was very pissed off about that. One of my friends, almost Jimmy, from, you know, because he's one of the guys who actually had a career with them, you know.
Oh, gotcha.
Mm-hmm. But they did show the Vic, you know, Vic Grimm's one of the guys really with New Jack. You know, that was serious shit. That was scary shit. You know.
Oh yeah. I think like one of my friends met him or was at a show with him, and then he followed him and everything like that. Oh, that's one of the things my coach told us about because we got a new coach in as well, who you guys probably know. He's formerly known as Connor from the Ascension. So he would be telling us like a story where he like met New Jack. Like I think he was wrestling New Jack and like New Jack just hit him on the head with a friggin' a shovel, and he's like, "But it's New Jack at the end of the day," and I'm like,
"Yeah,
sure." Like,
I know,
dude, it was crazy, but it's like a legend too.
I know, it's like I've seen New Jack so many times. It's like wrestling, like, you know, it's crazy. Just seeing his career, you know, crazy guy. I never went to like any of those shows in Philadelphia when he was there, like the ECW arena. I never went to that, like the arena.
Oh man, I imagine they would have probably been crazy for that.
Yeah, or crazy in Atlantic Asbury Park, where, you know, because they were there a lot. That was their home base too, you know.
Oh yeah.
You know, man, ECW. Yeah, I'm jealous now because my company's making their appearance in the Hammerstein. That's a big step for Game Changer. 23rd of January, they hit that Hammerstein Ballroom. That's gonna be lit. Yeah, that's something special. That's historical, you know. That's gonna be
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're breaking because you see where they go all over. They travel. They get it. They're one of those companies. I'm sure you would love to work them. You know.
Oh yeah.
Do a collective or you know, just wrestle.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But anyway, what do you got going on this week? Let's close it out. I'm done. How about that?
Close it out. What I have this week? Well,
what do you got?
So I'm training this whole week. You know, getting back in because the end of this year is slowing down, and you know, taking a little bit of a vacation, get ready for 2022 because that's gonna be something I feel like is gonna be something big. I'm trying to I have some things on the work, and I'm gonna be trying to get out more, especially when Texas is gonna be something big for next year too.
Speaking of Texas, there's some good wrestling in Texas, low key wrestling. Low Key
Low Key
Wrestling,
Wrestling.
Local Wrestling, and Texas Pro, I think it's called, or that one company
Texas
that's
Pro.
really, I think I can't, like you're saying, Texas is good. Texas has some good companies.
Yeah. I wanted to hit up Booker T's Reality Pro because some of my friends works on there, and I'm like, oh, yo, actually, it would be pretty cool, especially be able to just work on a show just for Booker T, especially with a legend and just the vast knowledge, and just being able to just have someone like that would be freaking amazing. Like, that's something I also had in mind. But yeah, I got training, get into the gym and everything. So I'm gonna be chilling at a show, possibly with the crowd and everything like that. Will be for grind time, and then it's gonna be Thanksgiving where I'm gonna be coming back and then having a tag match with a mystery opponent, mystery tag partner with mine against these scumbags known as House of Cards or Houses. I don't know, House of some crap. All I know is I'm gonna get in the ring and I'm gonna beat the living hell out of them. That's what's gonna happen with them scumbags. But
yeah, it sounds like a team. That sounds like a tag team that's making their appearance in this Rumble. They're called the Now. The Now.
The Now. Well, these people are gonna get their ass beat now.
Yeah. People come up with these tag teams come up with some stuff really like where they come from. Like the names are catchy and yes.
Oh yeah.
But,
there's some that has some pretty fire ones that I think about. I'm like, all right, not gonna lie, that like I mess with that. Like friggin', what is it? Like probably next month. One thing I know I'm gonna definitely be doing is a charity show, which is gonna be a gift for the giftless in St. Pete. So there's gonna be another great one. Yeah, if they want to see me do my thing, I'm probably gonna have someone big there, a big wrestling, and there's probably gonna be some good names over there too. And for this week, yes, trying to get back into it because I got a couple things for next month that I need to get ready for.
Just the old focus and be ready, just take your time.
Absolutely. When you're a fighter, you got to keep getting prepared, even if you don't have a fight planned out. You got to be prepared just in case it hits you. But like, all right, we got yourself with a fight. You're ready. Damn straight, I'm ready. Hell yeah.
Here's all your social media for everybody to follow you. And if I missed anything,
make sure you follow. Make sure you like make sure you buy some merch. Buy everything. You know what I mean. And then go buy some tickets, and then just get disrespected by me because I'm the absolute greatest thing in all of professional wrestling. Y'all gonna watch and learn real soon.
Because this guy will come back and be on the podcast again and again and again. And that's what you want.
Y'all gonna. I'm telling you, this name is gonna be a household. Y'all gonna get sick of me, and they call me overrated, and then I'm gonna know I did my job well. When I'm being called overrated, that's when I know I'm already at that top level.
Yeah. Got any words for your opponents this week? Got any words for your opponent this week? Why not? Shoot, bring something. Yeah.
My words to them is train and work out as much as you want, but that ain't gonna be good enough. I'm gonna still beat your ass. That's it. You ain't got what it's.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You ain't
go ahead.
Like y'all can be good, but like, come on. Do you really think you could take on a true champion, the greatest thing, the pound for pound himself, Andres Reyes? Just think about it.
I want to say thank you for coming on my podcast, and we'll do this again.
Absolutely.
You have a good night.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, too. And I'll make sure to keep the party going.
Yeah, always, right? Party goes until you're tired.
Absolutely. Round 2. Yeah.
Round 2.
I knock out.
Yeah, I know. I saw one of my other friends was at AEW and he was at an airport. I think he passed out on the floor.
That's the goal. That's when you know you celebrated it right.
Yeah. You have a good night, my friend.
Absolutely.
And
all right.
I'll talk to you again. What
Thank
do I got
you very
coming
much.
up?
Have a good one.
All right. Yep. You too. Have a good night. Peace. Let me close this out. All right, fans. I want to say thank you to my guest. How do I get rid of this stuff here? I hate this podcast. Been here a while. Now it's... All right, fans, you heard it here. Andre is ready for fight. He likes to wrestle. Come on, fans, get out, show your support, and meet him at a show and watch him wrestle, do his thing inside the ring. I want to say thank you for him for coming on tonight. excuse me. Fans, stay tuned Tuesday night on the Deathmatch Russell podcast at 8 p.m. My guest will be Kid Bandit. You recently just seen him on a couple on AEW's Dark, and he's a graduate of the Monster at the Nightmare Factory as well, AEW's Factory, and I'm looking forward to talking to him as well. And on Thursday night, wrestling fans, on the Deathmatch Russell podcast, I'm bringing back an old manager friend of mine. It's been a while since we need to catch up and be a fun conversation. We're going to be talking to the one and only manager of managers. Damian Saint will be on the podcast at 8 p.m. Fans, thank you for listening to the Deathmatch Russell podcast, and have a good night, everybody. Till next time, let's talk wrestling. Have fun. You can find more Deathmatch Russell podcasts on the following social media: deathmatchrussell.com, follow on Twitter at DavidNJ32, and on Facebook, facebook.com/DJDaveNJ32. Find me on Podcast City Network at podcastcity.net, facebook.com/Podcast City Network. Hit the like button and share, and on Twitter at Podcast City Net. You can hear Deathmatch Russell podcast on Stitcher Radio and on iTunes. Hey, wrestling fans, check out bootantheheel.com for all your independent wrestlers, apparel, and more. Also, check out Deathmatch Russell podcast as well. www.bootantheheel.com.